Knowing when to call it quits. For me, that was a great question I had to ask myself today. I got one trade. I caught a quick short. It was basically a scalp on the news, and I was up 500 bucks on about 45 seconds on the trade. So something dawned on me today, and I've actually been thinking about this quite a bit, but it really sunk in today. And it's days where I make money fast like this. And when I catch these trades, I got to think to myself, just as fast as I made $1,000, $500 in each account over two accounts. So just as fast as I made $1,000 in basically less than a minute, I could lose it in less than a minute. So for me, that is just a sign that I need to again be content and take what I can from the markets and be good with it. Now, I do want to have days where I'm trying to get a $2,000 profit target. But like I said again, I made $1,000 in less than a minute. Anywhere in reality in life, if you did that, would you keep trading or would you walk away? Now, I'm not talking about trading big size and, I traded 5 minis and it moved 2 points and I made $1,000. I just traded 10 micros, 1 mini. I got 9.5 points out of the move. Great move on ES, solid trade, anything above 10 points. 10 points should be a standard to take profits on ES on days that are not volatile. And to realize that I had made that $1,000 in 45 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it was. I was in basically mid-candle, next candle printed out. So it's just something, again, I'm just refining things continuously as I build up more confidence, more conviction, and overall just managing my trades better. So again, like I said, and everybody's going to look at this different, but for me, and I would say any new trader, if you are struggling, take those profits aggressively and then ask yourself, how fast did you make that money? What would you have done if it went the other way? And if you made that much money that fast, can you just lose it just as fast? So something I was thinking about coming into today, and today it actually happened and came to fruition. And there's this saying that fast money, I don't know what the exact saying is, but basically money comes in fast, goes out fast. So I looked at it the same way. Money, a fast win can be easily a fast loss. So one trade for me, I was done. First of the month, I'm up almost $1,000. I had a best month last month, super consistent. I had some red days, but just finished the month up. I think $8,000, which was awesome. So I just wanted to touch on that. Now, Top One Futures, I'm trading with them exclusively. Again, I really, really like the product that they offer. I know they had those rule changes, but those rule changes were made to keep the company sustainable. So I can't fault them for that, right? They want to be around for the long run and they want to support the traders. They don't want to deny payouts and they don't want to get to a point where they're just not financially solvent and then they can't pay you out. So anyways, you guys, whoever didn't get in on that 55% off Memorial Day sale, tough luck, but there's another promotion that's going to start running today, which is 40% off of all of their accounts. I've, heard there might be something new coming up from Top One Futures, but I don't quite know yet, so I don't want to speak on it until I can confirm it. But it's super exciting news, and hopefully we'll hear it later this week. But right now, 40% off any account. Use my code TRB. Like I always say, if you're going to buy an account, please get it from me. If you're not in the market for an account, totally cool. Keep watching the content, take all this in. Hopefully you learn something from it. Hopefully you give me some advice back. And one more thing I wanted to touch on, and please, can you guys comment on this? So I'm going to be changing the way I post my videos. Just timing-wise and getting everything done, I find like either it's getting out late or I'm not having it ready in time, and it's becoming a little bit of a stress because a lot of work goes into this, making these videos and making the thumbnail and everything. I do everything myself. So what I'm going to start doing is my videos will go live the following day. I haven't decided a time. You guys fill me in. I was going to say 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's lunchtime Eastern time. So would you rather watch the video after you've been trading, or would you watch the video pre-market? But on the West Coast, that's too hard because you know what I mean? We're trading the live market at 6:30 a.m. So again, please comment. Let me know your ideas, how you're loving it. But just that way, then at least you'll know the next day at a set time, the video will come out. It'll be my previous day's trading, reviews and everything, because I'm not, in my videos, I'm never talking about forecasting. I don't do any of that forecasting or what I think, is going to happen the next day. I show you kind of where I think my thesis is coming into the morning, but I don't, other than that, I won't be like, oh, price is going to do this tomorrow, we should be buying this or selling this. So I just thought it would be, nice just for, that it comes up at the same time, same day. So kind of shifted. So Monday's trading day will come out Tuesday, vice versa. Fridays will come out Saturday. Maybe I'll do another video on Sunday for like a weekly review or something. But please comment, let me know what you think about that. If you like that. If not, if you like them coming out the day of, like today, I'm filming this right now, it's Monday, I can still have it come out Monday evening. I can have it come out that evening, but I might push it a little later. I might push it for a 9 p.m. Release. But again, I'm just trying to streamline things and make it a little bit more so, it helps me. When the videos are coming out, you're not waiting for them, and we go from there. So let's have a look what I saw at the desk in the morning and go from there. So coming into the morning, something I've noticed, and I was live on stream with ASFX with Austin and Evan this morning, and something I've been paying attention to is we're kind of in this range. And even though today I got it marked out, this is Friday's value area low to value area high in the point of control. And as you can see, we've been in this range for quite some time. And if I go actually further back on this chart, you can see here, even back here, we were in this range. We get these moves out or these moves below. And then again, this is, we had some decent structure and move here. So you can see when you get down to this week and last week, actually, unless we had this move on Wednesday, we would have been in this range the whole bloody time. So again, unless we can break out of these value area high, this value area low, I got this naked point of control that still hasn't got tapped up here at 6,010, something like that. So it's on my radar, but this is just on the screen. I didn't put it there today. It's been there for over a week, maybe 2 weeks it's been there. So just something I'm keeping an eye on. But like I said, unless we start seeing price come out of this range and, we see downside here or upside there, again, we could be stuck in this range. And looking at this, we're below previous day's point of control, but we're above the start of day, the daily VWAP. So I could see price coming and doing something like that. At the same time, I could easily see market open, price push higher, reject off of the point of control, try and find some support, which it has many times here at this previous day's value area low, which is 58.90. But again, this number 5,900 has been in play for, I want to say, the last month. And it's either been a level of support or a level of resistance. And here, clearly, it's been a great level of support. Here for the short term, some resistance, and then again, some resistance. But it's just, that's previous day's point of control, but just the round number of 5,900 is a very interesting number, and I'm always keeping an eye on it when we're in this area, and I can see it range around that number. So, like I said, I could see price coming up to the previous day's point of control, pull back. If we take this level, if we take these lows, I could see a decent slide in price. But again, you could just see price pull back to these lows or something and just get, a pullback coming into the New York Open and wanting to push higher. I would like to see these previous day highs taken, and I could see price wanting to move higher. But like I said, again, unless we move above this previous day's value area high or below the value area low, I don't see a massive move. I could see this ranging all day. Let's have a look at the one trade I took. Then we'll have a quick look at the chart actually and go over what actually unfolded today. So this was the trade I took. And again, New York Open, I got this zoomed in because literally I was in this trade mid-candle. I was out next candle as soon as it printed. So I want to say less than a minute I was in this trade. I can actually look it up and see what the trade time was. And New York Open, buyer step in. We get a move up here. We take the point of control. And it sets the opening range high, and then immediately we have news coming at 6:45 or 9:45 Eastern time, and it's PMI numbers, S&P PMI manufacturing numbers, and then news again at 10 a.m. on PMI numbers again. Numbers come in slightly under, but I guess that's all the sellers needed to get a move down and take the New York VWAP, and they just bring this lower and they take the previous day's point of control. Get below previous day's New York VWAP, daily VWAP, You know, this is just look at the structure. Rejection, rejection, and lower. Now, as this 10 a.m. news unfolds, we're at a previous day's value area low. And what did I say? I could see this level. If we take this, I could see a slide. But we still got to take the 80s. We still got to get quite a bit lower to see that move down. And we got to see some continuation. So as this news comes in, I'm watching Bookmap, I'm watching the CVD, I'm watching the book go completely dark, and I'm watching orders coming on consistently, levels below. I see the CVD declining finally, so this is giving me an entry that we're going to get a short pop here. I don't know how much follow through we're going to get, but I'm going to be very, very, very aggressive with this scalp. I enter short, I enter 10 micros. This thing immediately comes into profit. I immediately pull my stop into profit. It gives me a second to think. If this comes back on me and I get stopped out, I don't care. I'm trading news. I'm trading, momentum, and I need to be very, very aggressive. If this turns around and stops me out and I get my commissions covered, I'm okay with it. I'm not letting this come back because, like I said, after this news shakes out in this news candle, we could get it flipping to the upside like that. So I need to be super, super, super aggressive. So as we push lower, I got my stop into profit. I get 5 points on the trade. Once we get down to 10 points on the trade, I start questioning, should I take half of the size off? Should I take 5 micros off, leave my stop where it is basically at break even? It's an in for like half a point, cover commissions. Should I take some size off? And I'm on stream trading with Austin and Evan. Austin and Evan both give me great, great advice. And Austin says, be full in or be full out. Don't take any size off. Just either stay in the trade, stay convicted, or just take full out. You got 10 points out of it. And I had a good 15 seconds, 20 seconds to think about it. And as this next candle printed, I said, you know what? I'm up almost $500, $442. It would have been 500 roughly, like when I was watching the P&L fluctuating on the screen. And I said to myself, I'm 10 points out of this trade. I'm 10 micros. I'm $500, 2 accounts, $1,000. This candle prints, I close it fully. Look what happens. So if I took half off here, I would have been up $250. I would have had my stop here at break even. 2 minutes later, I would have got stopped out at break even. I would have cut my profit in half. This is where it goes again to say, this belief of taking profits aggressively and something that I like to do. And more importantly, on the trade I was taking. If this was a VWAP bounce, I'm looking for a big move down and I'm going to stay in it, that's different. This was strictly selling the news, selling the momentum, selling what I'm seeing on Bookmap. And that's what I need to be super aggressive. Pulled my stop into profit immediately as soon as price pushed down. So I saved on the back end there. I'm covering my risk. I'm in no risk anymore. But why do I need to be greedy and try and stay in this thing for the next move down? I didn't get the follow through I wanted to see on Bookmap. I'm up 10 points. And like I said on ES, 10 points is a sweet spot for trading, especially when you get size on. It is 10 points on 20 micros is $1,000. 30 micros, $1,500. Like it's a good chunk of money when you get up there with your size. Something to really, really keep in mind. And so I couldn't have been happier with the trade. I'm up 442, 2 accounts, and I felt great. And we were still on stream for quite a bit. And this is all, I'll show you kind of how the rest of the day played out and kind of what other people were doing. And I was tempted. I was really tempted to take another trade. And here you can see, so I caught this short and I basically caught it right to the bottom. I got out right here. I caught this move right here. Price reverses, but again, I could see price either rejecting this low a day VWAP I have here, or I could see price rejecting. You got every VWAP above you for price to reject. So it's like, nah. Austin decides to get short, I want to say here, and stays in it and ends up getting stopped out here. And we talked about it. He had a stop originally here, moved it up here. I said, let's see if these orders in the point of control can fill, and if we can hold this, price could push higher. And what does it do for the next 2 hours? It just ranges. But, there's a decent move here. And then again, if you just watch the buyers, well, this level again, this point of control, this 5,900 level, buyers step back in. We finally break this to the upside. I would have looked at maybe taking a long here if I was still at the desk, I was off the desk by now, and something I did think of was that whole fast money, make money fast, lose money fast thing, and I'm good. There was tons of money to be made later in the day, don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying that there wasn't, but it just, for me and my trading style, and right now where I am in my trading journey, for me is just being up on $1,000 on a day is ridiculous. It's stupid. It's perfect. Why do I need to be greedy, or why do I need to think I'm smarter than the markets? And yeah, but you look, and then we take these. There was 59.20 was on the book for a while, and here they took it briefly. They came back on the book, and you can see here price pushes. And look at again, this volume profile is real. This previous day value area high, the sellers do not want it to get above that, rejects it. Buyers maintain the opening range high, and we get this push. And what happens? Soon as we take this level with strength, the buyers are, they put their foot on the gas, and here we go. Right? So if you took a long off of the New York VWAP, I wouldn't blame you. I like this hold of the previous day's point of control. And I bet you if you threw a high day VWAP on here, it would be down here somewhere. And so I could see you getting here, opening range high, break, retest, getting in here. But there's good moves, but just good overall price structure. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And if you're trading into MOC, you're silly. If you know what you're doing, I don't mean to, I'm not saying it in that way, but we shouldn't be trading into MOC. It's a wild west, and you really got to be crazy to trade MOC, to be honest. But if you're not taking profits up here, like we're up 50 points on the day, so just a good day. And like I said, we finally broke out of this level. We broke out of this range. Let's see how we go into the overnight session. You can already see we're here where price is pulling back, but let's see if we can hold this 59, let's call it 59.30. Let's see if we can hold these 30s. Let's see what happens. And then you never know. Tomorrow could be like this, pull back down to here. But then again, I never forecast tomorrow, so forget I even said that. I never said that. Let's block that out of our memory. Let's have a quick look at the calendar. It's pretty straightforward. First day, up. Oh, I don't know what I did there. How do I fix that? I'm up 885. And yeah, I can't complain. Getting these accounts closer to a payout. I'm excited. I'm really, really, really excited right now. So I'm just trying to, when I first started trading, days were like this and days were like this. And I'm starting to I just want to ebb and flow with the wins, the losses, the big months, the small red months, which is the goal, not big red months. Big red months means obviously there's something more going on, but small red months, small red days, but big green days. But just kind of slowly just ebb and flow and be kind to myself and just remind myself that, hey, I know what I'm doing. You're still learning. You've got a ton to learn, but keep stacking up these base hits on this journey of learning. And it's I'm just proud of myself, to be honest. I'm really, really proud of myself where I am in my trading right now and everything. So hopefully you can feel it through the videos. If you go back to my first video and even just watch one maybe a month or two ago, and you'll see my energy was completely different. So I'm definitely feeling a lot better and a lot more confident in things in life and just in general right now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned. Thank you for being around. Always remember, top 1 futures, 40% off right now. Hopefully some exciting news to come. But yeah, if you need an account, code TRB, 40% off any size account. And yeah, I appreciate it. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And always subscribe, comment, click. Please, 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 please comment on this, me dropping the video the next day thing. I would love to hear some feedback on that, whether you guys are okay with it, and I'll just keep moving forward with that. And then if not, it's all good. We can figure something out. At the end of the day, it's all about compromising, and we're all in this together, right? So again, enjoy the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.